good segue in.
Yeah, man, you're good.
The feeling of like you have this itch that you want to spend time with people, but then like when it comes to the day of, there's kind of like an anxiety.
Oh my god!
It's like,
yeah,
like you're in waiting.
It's not
mode
even the
before you're
anxiety.
supposed
It's
to do
just like
yeah.
don't wanna.
Now I have to do this.
Here's
And
my
then, like,
problem. I am always wearing clothes, but I'm not always wearing underwear. So I'm just like, do I even want to put underwear on?
Yeah, true.
Well, I also wear. I exclusively wear like dad shorts. Like I wear 30. I wear like a 3-inch seam shorts, like running shorts.
Okay.
So I wear Patagonia or I wear like other running brands. Because when I hit 30, I was like, if I'm gonna be a dad, knowing I was going to be one, I was like, I'm gonna enter my 30s as my hoochie daddy phase. So they're always above the knee, you know. They're always look at that, look at that.
Nice, dude. Those are looking great.
Right?
Watch the.
But they have a mesh lining, like a swimsuit
sack,
would.
okay.
So like,
okay.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm safe.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's like bird dogs, but not bird dogs. Also, shout out Bird Dogs, sponsor us. Welcome to the 110 podcast.
Hey, thank you for your sponsorship, Bird Dogs. Those are very comfortable.
Our first
clothing.
official sponsor. All right, Bird Dogs.
Use our link in the description.
1 to 10. 1 T 0.
So my
Why is it
barrier
0
isn't.
and not no? Go on.
By the way, this is your line. So welcome everyone to
Yag Shamesh 1 to 10 podcast.
It's not about getting dressed for me. It's about the like engaging, which it comes so naturally to me, and just speaking. And I'm such like a people person, but for whatever reason, like whenever it's time to like show up, dude, I just don't want it for some reason. And then I do it and I have a great time, and afterwards I'm like, man, that was so much fun.
You know what it is
the
for
day
me?
of, dude,
It's
I'm like,
driving. I don't want to
what?
drive to the place where we're gonna go. That's my thing. I have driving anxiety though from an accident, so it's like a.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, 2015 was crazy.
PTDD, right? Post-traumatic driving disorder.
I guess if we're gonna diagnose ourselves on this
PTAD,
podcast.
PTAD.
Yeah, you know what else is crazy? Let's diagnose me right now. The thing in the top left corner of the video version, which is going to be the trailer we're going to watch here and react to in a minute, made me cry every time I've watched it yet.
Fever, and it's going to be answered by this video.
Yeah, do you guys know the Yeah, so here's the deal, folks. We've talked about it a few times. We've alluded to it, but we are just shy of a month out from the release on Netflix on April 19th globally of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always 30th Anniversary Special, which will be bringing back quite a few characters, which now that today, literally day of recording, the 22nd of March, 6 hours ago, this trailer came out. 300,000 views on the Netflix channel, about 30 or 40K views. I think I saw maybe on the Power Rangers channel, the official one, but it's all the same shit, which I thought that was interesting. They uploaded it in multiple places rather than driving the traffic all the one video, but
yeah, we'll spread it out, and you get to take up like.
I mean, the first time I watched it was on Facebook,
each video.
So
yeah, true. Based, they're reaching everyone.
Could you imagine if we uploaded the pod on Facebook?
Wouldn't that be a thought of spreading our little tinglies out and getting it everywhere?
Yeah, let's just add another fucking icon amongst the YouTube, Twitter, TikTok at 1 to 10
That's
pod.
just a graphical adjustment after the fact, right?
It's literally a PNG. After the fact, I can do it right now, bitch.
Yeah. True.
No, anyways, we're not going to do that right now. What we are going to do is we are going to react together to this. Eski has not seen it. I've seen it 4 times.
My bird dogs are stretched so thin by the excitement that I'm having for this video. Okay.
All right.
So get on.
Describe to the audio listener the first thing you see when you start the trailer at 0 seconds. Okay, so Eski can already see this is the Blue Ranger and what appears to be probably about 50 putties in front of him, which are the goons of Power Rangers, the original ones. So
they're looking goony.
All right, we're gonna have the audio for this too, I believe, so we should be good. All right, here we go. The trailer for Once and Always.
After all these years, I found a new body.
Wait, Repulsa?
Queen.
No, it can't be.
The camera work for Power Rangers is so unique.
Oh, absolutely.
Like their angles and their movement.
Bruh.
The cinematography is really good. This is crazy.
Bruh.
Destroy her.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Sorda makes you Ranger.
We gotta make sure Rita doesn't hurt anybody else.
This shit goes so hard.
Rangers, get to your assigned stations now.
Holy shit.
Once a ranger,
Always a ranger.
They said the name.
Morphin' time.
It's morphin time.
Raiders. You want to fight? You found one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Got this. Good luck.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah.
It took him 30
Messing with
years.
This place was a big mistake.
True. Yes.
Damn, Billy's so fucking cool.
He old as shit though. For real. For real.
They're
for
all
real.
in their 50s.
That is dope as fuck.
Yeah, it
Wait,
was.
You saved the world.
You're saying he's 52?
Ah!
He's 52?
Zach with the absolute classic swagger of a lifetime yet again. Oh my god.
Once
Yeah,
again showing
I don't
us
remember
that
the exact
don't
age of
crack.
David Yost, but yeah, now we're back to the 2-man visual. We cut the video, but thoughts, Eski?
That looks fantastic. I used to mock the reboot of everything from everywhere of like 10 or 20 or 30 years ago.
Okay.
But it's starting to become relevant to me. So I'm starting to get it.
So are there ones that you have had happen that you're like, I'm a pretty big fan of that one? Like, for example, I enjoyed that 90s show when that came out on Netflix. I thought it was pretty good.
See, I can't relate. I'm sorry. That 70s show was funny. The one episode I did watch of that 90s show just seemed a little bit too. Here's what it is. I hate pandering. If it's a legitimate reason to bring something back, and it feels good, and it doesn't feel like they just threw in the towel for a cash grab, I'm all about that.
So let me
But
ask
that
you a
90s
question.
yeah.
Do you believe that this is a cash grab?
No, not at all. This looks like a genuine.
Because this shit's fucking hype.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, there's so much
Yeah.
about that I have to talk about. First
Yeah.
off, just the intro scene that Billy's like, all right, here's this scene of him fighting like 50 putties. But then at the end of the trailer, when it's getting hype, he's legitimately running through that whole crowd of putties and fighting them. So it's not some pander shot that's like some bullshit you'll never actually see. Like, they're going to fulfill on this. Number 2, cinematography, like you talked about. Like,
Yeah.
that camera work was insane, and the quality
really
that we
good.
deserve for like this property because of the Netflix takeover and
Yeah,
the
true.
like the Hasbro just owning their own toy line kind of thing,
Yeah.
which the Lightning Collection has been going on for years. I don't know if you know what that stuff is. It's like the highly, like they're like $30 figures. They're like highly
It's like the
positionable.
collector's edition. Now that we all have money, they're getting our wallets too. in other
Or
ways.
also you can open them and make really cool like scenes. Have you ever seen those action figure like posing stands that have
Yes.
like energy things shooting out of them and shit? They're fucking yeah,
They have like a
crazy.
globe around them or something. Yeah, they're nuts,
Dude, they're
It's
nuts.
collectors, dude.
They
They're
are
on
crazy.
another level.
Yeah, I
They're-
think my pop figures are kind of like weak when I think about real collectors, honestly, and that's why I
Yeah.
think people hate pops. Anyways, the
Yeah.
most important detail, like the plot's very clear of what's going on here.
Mhm.
Trini
Back in
got
time.
fucking killed,
Yeah,
like at one point in time.
yeah,
Not to, like probably at the beginning of this whole thing, and then now they have to do like more shit, which is even crazier. That
Yeah.
like this, it's the Robo Rita things, whatever. I don't want to get too far into that, but the big thing I would like to get to is the vernacular, where Min, which is Trini's daughter, goes, she killed mom, and then she goes, I'm going to go back in time and kill you, not destroy you. She like
Yeah.
Min did say we have to destroy her, but
Yeah.
like you get what I'm
Using the
saying.
K word. Yeah,
Like
the
people are just dropping kills, and I'm just like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the thing I will say, knowing that like what I know, watching the show consistently, Dino Fury did have a lot more, like it has some kid element to it still, but it's a lot more like attentive to the adult audience.
So it's like they've aged the
They have.
material
Plus,
alongside
there,
the audience.
it's well known that David Yost, the Blue Ranger, Billy, has had a heavy hand in the writing of this reboot. He's a very big part of the property because of the way he was mistreated and the fan reception to that upon his exit, because it wasn't really known back in the day, but it was because he was heavily bullied for being a homosexual. So his comeuppance has come back around, and he's very well celebrated and loved in the community, and now he's being given like this legacy. Like I feel like he is like
he gets to carry the torch forward now because of his past transgressions against him. That's awesome, dude. Super exciting.
Sorry, I had a message for him. He messaged me.
You're
Back.
fine.
It's all good.
all
But
good.
yeah, that was insane. That was the first time I
That's
didn't cry
incredible.
watching it. Yeah, it's nuts. I cannot wait to see how well it goes.
I'm gonna be honest. You're way more excited about Power Rangers than I am, but that's a show that I would look into and watch.
Yeah,
A couple episodes at the very least.
I mean, it's
You love it.
not bad. It's not bad.
No,
There's
No,
it's
it's
just
cool.
like It's any
remember
kid's
it as a
programming,
kid.
you know?
Yeah.
Like any kid's programming is going to have good episodes and they're going to just have absolutely horrible ones too.
Mhm.
Like that just are not like coherent in plot, or like really abstract and weird and doesn't make any
Yeah.
fucking sense. And then you
But
have
just
like just good plot lines.
But building up like a tolerance to the member berries, like that's the important thing. So just being able to evaluate, like, is this a quality piece of media, or like I said, is this a cash grab? This does not appear to be something that they're just like throwing in. Like this looks like they put a lot of care into it. And Netflix has done a pretty good job with a lot of the like Cobra Kai also. That seems
Cobra
like
Kai fucking rules. We are a big Cobra Kai
big
podcast
Cobra Kai
when it
stands.
comes around, actually.
Yeah.
So when seasons 4 and 5 have come out, we've like talked about them pretty heavily on the show.
Yeah.
So when season
that's
6
just another
inevitably
example of-
comes out, just saying, you
soon.
watch because you know.
I'm excited
I'm
for it.
good. I'm glad to see what's going to happen at this World Martial Arts Tournament, whatever they're calling it. It's just a Dragon Ball arc. It's just another
Yeah.
tournament.
True. A bigger and better one with more.
Togashi did it better. Watch the Yu Yu
Yeah.
Hakusho Dark Tournament arc.
Yeah.
That's a
speaking
deep
of
cut.
bigger
Literally,
and
wait.
better-
Sorry, I forgot. I'm wearing my one of my Yu Yu Hakusho shirts. My bad. Hiei is just chilling. What's up, dudes?
Yeah. Disrespect being thrown at him. No,
Yeah.
I'm just
What do you know about the Dragon of the Darkness Flame? See, this is the issue. I think that I have a palate for nostalgia, and I feel like that's all I enjoy. Other than
fine.
documentaries, I really have been fucking down with documentaries recently.
And that's kind of where your interest is laying. Like, what else have you been engaging with media wise? Like, how's
Oh,
Diablo
I mean,
4 treating you?
constant YouTube and then Vidya Game. So
Yeah.
we'll address the one you asked though, the Diablo 4 beta.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts. I
Okay.
played on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Played just a tiny
Okay.
bit Friday. Then I played a bunch Saturday. Made Sam super mad by not being around enough at all. Even she totally told me I could do it, and I was just like, beta
Yeah.
being closed beta
Yeah.
weekend makes it frustrating, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Comes back this weekend, so in like 3 days or 2 days,
Mhm.
and I've been playing Barb. It feels
Okay.
pretty good because it feels like they made a more advanced version of D2 rather than
Okay.
building on D3. Like they deconstructed some of D3, blended it into D2 style, and
Mm-hmm.
made things a little less. Okay, so like one of my biggest complaints about D3 is that there's just walls of fucking numbers and text you have to read, and you have to go off like the game to actually monitor the resources effectively and go to a third party site like Maxroll or Icy Veins or something like that to get the information that can adequately teach you what you should be trying to do. And if you're trying to like learn more, you know what you can do. Also, there's YouTube, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's easier, reading a website that you can read faster than a 1.5 times YouTube video you can understand?
And that we're watching it scroll on.
I can't do the
screen.
scroll. It makes me motion
And
sick.
yeah, I know.
It always has. Always has. Ooh, what you drinking? Is that
It's a beatbox.
a beatbox? It sounds like muscle milk.
It's this one's pink lemonade.
Is
It is
it- is that-
11.1% alcohol.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
It's like a good juice pack. Like a
Beatbox
yummy-
sponsoring the
yummy
1 to 10
juice pack, yeah.
podcast. Use code
Hey,
1 to 10 at the checkout to get your
drink
Beatbox
3
free
of
12
them,
pack. Yeah,
Drink
all
3
right,
of them,
man.
and your walls will no longer be solid. They
So you
will
get
have
that
plenty of
you get
holes in
that
them.
you get that 12 pack, right? Okay, so you drink 3 of them like he said, and
Yeah.
then you boof the
I'm-
other 9.
I'm in 3 of them right now. So we're gonna see how this.
Are you
concludes.
actually?
No.
Oh, okay.
That'd be
Jeez, man.
wild if I was that.
Me
that
allegedly
stable.
on the gummy. You're fucking
Yeah.
3 deep.
Yeah.
Fuck, this
3
is gonna be a
beatboxes
terrible
deep.
episode.
No, it's gonna be great. We just got to stick with it.
It already
Well,
has.
I have
great.
I've been engaging with. I wanted to get your opinion on this. So indie games like Vampire Survivors, Stardew Valley, Terraria.
Yeah.
Do these ring bells? How do
Yeah,
we
so
feel
Sam
about them?
plays Terraria and Stardew Valley quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I
Have
do
you
play
tried
indie
'em?
games. No, I mean, I have tried. Yeah, I've tried them. I'm
Yeah.
just not super into like heavy crafting games.
Yeah.
That's why like, Minecraft has always been an issue for me, and this is like will be the death of my Twitch channel for always. Is I will
Yeah.
never play Minecraft, and that
Yeah,
is
true.
a massive number
Well,
of people
I'm
who I
gonna
could
tell you,
pull in.
Minecraft isn't the death of your channel. The death of your channel is Twitch itself dying.
Well, that
which,
yeah,
if you
it is
didn't
dying.
if you didn't
Yeah,
know,
no, we
they
didn't.
actually laid off 400 of their
Oh, I know.
employees this
I
past
know
week.
the Twitch layoff was insane, and among all of those other things, there has been some other like many controversies going on throughout the whole week too.
True.
With like, well, I mean, just different streamers have, you know, their casual every week thing. But the new CEO of Twitch, I can't remember his name right now for the life of me, but I remember when TwitchCon happened last fall, there's an infamous clip of Jake and Bake walking up and being like, just talk to that guy for like 10 minutes. Do not have a good feeling about this. And I was just like, I remember seeing it like when it came out because I was watching for Ludwig clips because Ludwig had made the switch to YouTube. So he was doing this bit where he would walk around with a mask and sunglasses on to like not get noticed and a hat and to go up to as many streamers as he could. Well, no, it worked though mostly, except for there's a clip of Canute, the bodybuilder. It's no, he like walks up to me, he's like, "Are you Ludwig?" And it's like, yeah, that's funny.
It's great, man.
But he had gone through like XQC's line and he had like done other people's lines at TwitchCon, which is really funny.
Yeah,
like I
Ludwig's
respect
a great guy. Huge supporter of the stream. Shout out to Ludwig for giving us a chance, buddy.
Yeah,
We
dude,
really
that's where
appreciate
Ludwig inspired the Yard by the 1 to 10 podcast, even though the Yard is an older podcast.
It's just sponsors all the way through the podcast. That's what today's episode is. Dan Clancy is the name of the new CEO, and he seems to be
Dan Clancy,
just
Jesus.
doubling and tripling down on the formula of Twitch, which is appeal to people that don't bring in advertisers long term.
So here's the thing that really is the death of Twitch that like I can explain exactly what you mean too. So 50-50 ad split is already like a typical thing for low tier streamers, but the 70-30 is just gone altogether for big streamers, which that's shit. But 70-30 is pretty typical of most industry standard. YouTube is looking at you. I'm also actually like genuinely considering switching my stream over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with it at this point.
Well, and then them adjusting like revenue split on subs when that's not even like a big portion of their like balance sheet.
Yeah. So
like,
here's
their
the deal.
Their shit is advertising.
The ad problem is outrageous. So I don't like to run more than a minute of ads just an hour on my stream because I like to retain my viewers as much as I can. But the problem with that is that they have made it to where there's a thing they're adding soon, not currently, to disable pre-roll ads, which is the biggest detriment to the viewer, the new viewer. You click on a stream, you see it for like 2 seconds, and then boom, 30 seconds of ads.
Into a 30-second ad.
Two 15 seconds or
ad that you can't skip. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. On Twitch, you really can't skip the fucking ads. So it's not like on YouTube where you can skip the ad after like 4 seconds or whatever and skip the engagement.
All the way through it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that kills it for my friends even sometimes. I mean, like a guy who is a friend and did sit through it, but he had a Prime. He's like, "Oh no, I didn't resub." And I'm like, "Yeah, you have to do it like on the day, so you're always going to see one ad to remind you essentially."
Yeah.
And he's like, he resubbed, you know, and I was like, appreciate that, dude. But obviously it's like it's annoying to people who do want to sit through the ad. Like it's garbage, and it's not like if they did like a side scroll or a bottom roll ad like underneath, that would be fine.
Or like ones
and they
that,
do those
like,
during the
popped up,
stream too. Yeah,
like the banner that you can click the X on, or
or like comes up through the side, it pushes your stream down to like 75% of the screen, and then it goes right back.
Yeah, why do they have to? Why do they have to?
It's so
stop the
fucking
video?
invasive, dude, and it's a problem for viewership, and that was what will always be the death of my kind of channel. I notice it when I play Snap, which is I'd say that's probably my most like indie game like interacted with game. That's what I was going to lead into. When I play Marvel Snap, I have, or if I play Super Auto Pets, which is my other one that I do play. If I play those two games, I get quite a bit of random viewers just pop in and be like, "Yo, what's up?" and like seeing what's going on. Don't always have the most engagement, and then I don't always necessarily have people who even say anything. Sometimes they just kind of lurk for a second, they leave.
Lurking.
Which is totally fine. But I had it happen with Snap the other night. I had like 5-6 viewers, and I was like, great. And then they just went down to 3 all of a sudden because I started doing something for a second, and it put an ad up, and I was just like, you motherfucker. I noticed it because it's 15 minutes into the stream, which is when the ads can start. Ads pop up for somebody they just don't want to be there anymore. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, it's a detriment to my success. For like, I had a fairly good stream actually. I went like, I think 11-9 on my Snap run, and
Jesus.
Yeah, and I went like positive like 5-6 cubes I think overall, which is not like a great like. I mean, it's gambling essentially with Elo, right?
Yeah, but you're getting into the area where you're being positive in a day is a good thing, right?
That's it's just a session, but it is.
It is.
I am in gold now, so I've been grinding that quite. Yeah. I did hit that off stream actually. I had to end stream right before because Sam just needed help, and I was like I don't know. I think I was like rank 37 with like 9 cubes. So I think I needed 21 cubes, which you can
Yeah.
get. You can get anywhere from 1 if you play the game and they retreat before the stakes are raised. It's just 1 cube your way. But if you have the stakes fully raised, it can be so it's 1, 2, 4, or 8. So
Yeah, a maximum of
theoretically,
8 is crazy. 3
right,
games.
Right, 3 games I could
3
be
games
there.
that go perfect.
It took me 5 more, which is nothing
Okay.
because that's
Yeah.
20 minutes of playing theoretically.
Yeah.
But the best part was that I was playing and my internet disconnected. Like I just got dropped and my turns. The way the turn counter works is like it's like really slow. But if you miss a turn, you come back. The turn counter like compensates again, so it's really fast. So I had missed like on turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and the guy was like probably waiting on turn 5. So I quickly play turn 4. When I get back in, it's draining fast. It does all the stuff. I play turn 5, get my card down because I'm playing a single card that turn.
Yep.
And then turn 6 plays and I win the game. And I was like, I got fucking dropped for 3 minutes from my internet provider, and I still managed to get this fucking W. Okay.
Calculated shenanigans.
Calculator is more like
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah, true.
That's always my response when it's like a dumb. So when I used to play League a lot and like play champions that were skill based matchups, and someone would say calculated as a cocky thing, and so like I would never say that as that person, but if someone said something how stupid my champion was, I was just like calculator. just
You are the calculator.
I'm just like calculator, dude. Like
Yeah.
just fucking do the math. I don't care.
Got him.
Idiot,
Well,
man.
yeah. So sticking with this,
Yes.
if you don't mind me taking the reins for a moment, Twitch seems to be really struggling to get it figured out, and they're pushing off some of their talent. Like, I don't know if I
think
show
Lily
Speed is
Pichu just
back on
left.
Twitch. Is she exclusive to YouTube now?
I
I don't remember.
I heard her say it in a clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was
And I know
making
that-
a rap with 2 of her friends, or she was like they were like making a song as she does, and then it just turned into a rap, and then Lily said something
Yeah.
about being exclusive here, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
And like the WL community, like I don't know if you engage with that at all, or if you know.
yeah. I mean, I know about the W and the L community. I'm hip. I'm aware
Yeah.
of what goes on there and what's about.
I'm
which
I'm just your
honestly-
walking encyclopedia of online content, so I just have to check with the plebs, all right? Just
yeah.
just know
Well, why
that
don't you
you're-
inform the
you're
viewer
bowing to my
anyways?
knowledge.
What is the W and the L community specifically? Because I think it's actually a
WL
really
community-
important part of knowing. Like, since we talk about the Andrew Tate and like
Yeah.
Joan Rogan and all those other things, like it's
Yeah, so
important
it's
that we make sense of them.
It's a new segment on YouTube that has crept up in the last year, I'd say, and it is predominantly a Black or African American space, as far as I can tell. And they tend to lean a little bit more conservative. It doesn't seem like they're really on board with a lot of the progressive values that have kind of been white knuckled on the internet over the past like 4
But
or
more
5 years.
specifically, like I don't know, tolerating people of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, they are anti LGBTQ. They use racial and homophobic slurs quite often. They don't mess with that gay shit. You know, is like phrases that you'll hear pretty
That's
often.
the nice version that we
Yeah.
can't say.
we can't say anything more than that. So they're depending on like where you lay in society, if you think that these people existing kind of unbothered as like a cancer, you could say it that way. Or the way I'd say it a little more charitably is it's like a represented part of the actual world that's like found its way online and kind of hasn't gotten with the times of where the rest of the internet has been. So it's like a new population kind of entering the online space.
Also, they
and
can
they-
constantly communicate in W's and L's in chat. So
W's
it's-
and L's.
it's-
So
if it's a
you
win,
say something,
or it's a loss.
If you're saying something that if the streamer is saying something that you agree with, W, and if they are saying something that you disagree with, L. And it's kind of like a hive mind because these are a bunch of probably 13 to 16
You know what's really fucking
kids is
stupid
the
about
audience.
that concept though? Like, because the W&L community existed off Instagram before it really existed on Twitch, and that's where it's like evolved to. It went from Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, in my opinion, as a funnel. But I mean, you could say YouTube, Twitch transitively. Like you could switch it around
either
very
or.
easily. But what I
see what you did
noticed
there.
is that like. that was
Transitively.
completely unintentional, but that's
It's
just because
good.
I'm
It's
a
good.
good human being.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, and not to say that the W&L community are like not good human beings, because I guarantee you there are good people amongst that community who do have their opinions, which is like they're just the way I was raised. This is just who I am. This is just the way I think, and it's like,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. Like I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I work. Right, I work with like a lot of people with like different opinions. I know someone who's got a fucking QAnon bumper sticker and very serious about that shit in
Yeah.
2018.
Maybe
And
a
when-
pointy hat in their closet or something. Like,
No, she's sweet. But the
it's a
point
she.
is,
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
controversially, yeah,
Sorry, I'm
based,
kidding.
right? No, I mean, like, honestly. And, like, there's, like, a Q documentary on HBO that I've watched before, too. That was really good. Of course, I've said this before on the pod, the guy who fucking starts off the thing, which is the owner of 8chan, because
Oh,
he's the
Jesus.
one who was hosting QAnon on a board,
Nice.
essentially, and he was in Japan.
Nice.
And of course, the first fucking thing he does to show any kind of personality is talk about Neon Genesis Evangelion. Fucking piece of shit, ruining my favorite fucking property. How fucking dare you?
Has to get his dirty claws and everything. And
Right?
sell
Like the
it.
first thing,
Selling
I'm just like, God damn it, we couldn't
Yeah.
have anything sacred. But
well, let me push back. Let me push back a little bit. So,
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, the idea is that these people exist regardless in the world. It's just about how,
Yes.
like, how progressive is this online idea, and I think that the idea of progressiveness on Twitch is driven heavily by the political pundits that are on there. I will call them pundits at this point.
well, and it's also
Looking at
the
you,
community.
Azan. No,
the
I'm
the
kidding.
community as well. Like
Yeah.
it's a very inclusive space, and being able to like broadcast yourself to a group of friends and find like connection when you may not have a whole lot of people like you in the rest of the world, like that's a good thing to have. But the problem is that I don't think it's representative of the rest of the world, and this group of people that have like established this platform like Twitch and kind of taken it over, they're not exactly like ready to let in like viewpoints that are counter to them, for a good reason, by the way, because
yeah.
a lot of it is kind of like anti their existence or like really disrespectful.
Okay,
and
let me
gross
ask
and
you a
stuff, but-
question. Do you remember when they announced the it was the like it was like a certain creator program where it was like a bunch of people who were like brand ambassadors. It was like Co-Carnage was on the list, and then they had that fucking deer woman. Deer human. Yes.
I'm sorry. It was
They.
getting scritches.
No, don't say
it's no. I'm not. The deer
What?
identifies as its pronouns. I'm not being disrespectful.
Oh,
I'm not,
Jesus, fuck. Okay, so
it-
we're in another
it
place
is
of
not
existence
they.
then. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. You go to that level, and I'm just like, damn, dude. And here's
Yeah.
me being controversial and fucking way too based. Guys, chat, let us know what the W or an L
Yeah.
for this one.
Yeah, WL.
That
deer.
shit's too
Deer.
fucking much.
Yeah.
You heard it here first from Fleeb. I'm saying it. That's where you've crossed the line. I am hip with the trans community. Emma, love you.
Mm-hmm.
But for real, like, there's a point
Yeah.
in which I'm just like, okay, trans species level like of shit
Yeah.
is just so fucking bizarre and stupid to me.
Well, it's kind of it's a
it's a
weird
waste
that,
of,
like,
of human thought, in my
not
opinion.
not those people are kind of weird, but the concept of like embodying like it's like otherkin or like
Yes.
neo pronouns and stuff, like
Like the
'cause-
classic clip of the kid being like, in all ways except for physical body, I am a wolf.
I'm a wolf.
I was like, yeah, that guy's funny.
Let's stick with this for just a second. We're talking about like something that is medically identified, right? Being trans. And
Yeah.
we're talking about like people that are trying
Concept
to
of gender
adjust,
dysphoria.
Yeah, and we're trying to. These people are advocating for themselves to get medical care so that the rest of the world
Yeah.
just kind of treats them in a way that they would like to be treated.
Yeah.
And so then you have like this thing that's fairly reasonable, and then you just have like
Yeah.
everything else that has like
It's-
latched
okay,
its
so
tentacles in and
basically-
is trying to.
Yeah, it's like imagine if you like are into diaper play, like wearing a big adult diaper and wearing
But
a
then
little
calling
kid.
yourself trans because of that, or like identifying with the
Well,
trans
okay,
community because
it's
of that.
not
Like,
even, I mean, you can identify with it. You can have like your thing on the sexual spectrum of like, I have this kink that allows me to feel this way.
It's just-
but the thing about having a kink sometimes or other things that you put on public display, and this is the concept of anything I think with free speech, is that it's the subject of the town circle, right? You put this on display, and if you're not willing to accept ridicule at a certain level, then why are you even doing it publicly?
yeah, true.
Like,
true.
you need to have a fucking spine.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I walk around in hoochie daddy shorts and fucking Crocs with fucking like,
W
dude, like,
W because
It's
you're ready.
confidence.
You're waiting for someone to like
I
talk
don't
to you and you'd be like,
fucking
I don't give
care.
a fuck what you have to say.
I know it's just
I'm
I don't.
being
It's
me.
not even. I'm waiting for anybody. I'm already there. I just don't fucking care anymore, dude. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit, and that's
I
all
just-
it is.
I think that there's a couple things that got conflated. So inclusivity was good for people that existed in high enough numbers for the general population to care, right? That was something that was good. But then we also have created infinite connectability and infinite like segmentation of the world. So before you could like fucking toasters and then like everyone would be like, that's fucking weird. Like, go fuck toasters on your
Yeah,
own.
but now there's a
But now-
subreddit for fucking
Now there's a
toasters.
subreddit for fucking toasters, and the best kind of toaster that you can fuck, and like the best positions to get fucked. But like, so we've morphed inclusivity from something that's like reasonable, and we've like just gone off the rails. And
Yeah.
then the only people that are really critiquing it are the like genocidal people. So like we're losing this ability to even like be reasonable about it, because we're not
let me put it
counteracting
this
like
way. So as someone who also identifies with like this concept, right, of thinking like, yeah, how fucking bizarre is this shit, right?
Mhm.
Like, I think a nuclear home is fairly stable. I'm not trying to say that the nuclear home for a trans person with a single partner or poly situation
what
could not be
if
good.
you don't have legs and you're allergic to uranium, and you're trying to say that a nuclear home is
So
safe
what I'm
for
saying,
those people?
what I'm saying is theoretically
Trolling.
is that having a stable like life and platform
Mm-hmm.
for life, generally speaking, is probably good for most human beings' well-being and mental health. And
Mm-hmm.
as someone who advocates for mental health because of their own mental health issues,
Mm-hmm.
right, and speaks that like it's very important to deal with it correctly and to handle
Yeah.
it as best as you can,
And set
within
yourself up
reason.
for success, and make sure that you're able to be supported in an appropriate way, and like all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So with all of those things, it's important to consider that like what is the ratio of like severe mental illness, or I'd say debilitating mental illness, within the like level of other kin and like other kind of things.
Oh,
we're
it's
looking
almost
at.
1-to-1. It's almost like
I
the
mean,
stand-in
I
for-
wouldn't go that far. I'm thinking like, what is the possibility of like looking at that and understanding that there's a high level or high chance for these certain things, and there's nothing
That's
wrong with
fine.
that.
I don't
It's
think
just-
that
it's-
there's
it's-
anything
but
wrong
is
with
this-
those people.
But is it possible that some of these things that people are doing is literally just untreated and undiagnosed mental illness?
Oh, I don't W, by the way. W.
Yeah, and I don't say when I'm
statement,
saying treatment,
please.
I don't mean like SSRIs and pumping full of barbiturates. I mean like examining thyself upon which you exist in this plane of the world and seeing
and
your
figuring
place
out
in
what
this
is-
life,
yeah,
and being
yeah.
like, hey, I have to live within reason. And what I
Yeah.
mean by that is, for me, like, I will be honest with it. Mine is being angry and then being
Mm-hmm.
emotionally volatile to a point in which I am functional or not functional in the society in which we live.
Yeah, but knowing like the bounds
but-
with which you can exist in
Exactly.
society
And
is
knowing
good
what my responsibility is to
to the
being
rest of the people
appropriate
around you.
in
Yeah,
some level.
yeah.
Not that
yeah.
I'm being appropriate for anyone else's benefit other than my own. It's just like, I look
Yeah.
at this and I'm like, okay, I can be a certain way and I can stand up for myself and like tell the random guy who I have a problem with when I walk my dog because he likes to say some mean comment to me every time. And I
Yeah.
tell him to fuck off, right?
Mhm.
Eat my fucking balls, bro.
Those
Yeah,
are
or
some
whatever,
big
you know?
balls.
They-
You're
I mean,
offering them a 3-course meal every time you do that. You
there
know
are
that?
3 balls, you know? I mean, it's just how it works. Me and I stole one from what's that guy? Lance Armstrong. That's why he struggled. It wasn't cancer, it was me all along. Anyway.
ball.
Also, I remember having extreme sympathy for fucking Lance Armstrong when I found out he didn't have a cajon, my brother. I got that fucking Live Strong when I was a kid. Oh my god. Do you remember
We didn't
that
know.
phase? The fucking
Dude,
phase of
the
all of the
armbands?
bracelets? Yes.
Yeah, I heart boobies, and then
Oh, that was
you-
just a
you'd
Warped
have,
Tour
like,
Hood classic.
all-
Yeah.
I was gonna say all the Warp Tour wristbands, and then every scene girl had like
Yeah,
cut off the
one second.
circulation to her fingers. Oh boy, he's getting this stuff now.
I got this actually not too long ago because I'm so being a Warped Tour kid, I was into like a lot of bands. Like that's what you kind of did being a Warped Tour kid. You got exposed to like 70 bands in a day possibly, and you could
You
know.
got exposed in many different ways as
Yes,
a Warped Tour
sir. I
kid.
was.
Exposed to a lot of things.
We'll talk about that. I was a crowd launcher, so you know what that means. Anyways, not in a bad way, y'all. I mean, more I was like polite. I actually got in fistfights with dudes who were like too grabby with girls. I would be very nice
Hell
to
yeah.
them, very
Hell
very
yeah.
charming, and kind. And they would
Using
be the
your
one-
powers.
Well, they
for
would
good,
ask
not
me
evil.
to help launch, and then like other girls would see one girl get launched, so I'd be like, all right, let's go, and I like grab their
Yeah.
foot and like throw them, you know.
Mhm.
Nothing weird. Just like, hey, I tell them like, I'm gonna grab your leg on one, I'm gonna grab your foot on the other, we're gonna throw you that way. And she's like, okay.
You knew consent before it was even a term that's
Exactly.
used
Warped
on
Tour
TikTok.
consent was a thing. It was
Ooh,
nice.
yes.
I
You
was a
got your
good
Warped Tour
boy.
consent badge.
But this was from when Sam and my friend Cool Man, who's been on the show once, got me
Shout out who man.
the Cool Man. They
Cool
got
Man.
me this this backstage pass to meet Dance Gavin Dance. So
Wow.
I'm still into that band. I've been into that band since I was 15. I'm 30 now. Still, I got to meet,
Jesus
but then I got to meet them, and I was like,
Christ.
so I've been a fan of your band since this time. I am now
Oh my
this
God.
age. You have literally been a part of my life for half my life. And then I
Yeah.
got to have them sign. So Soren doesn't know this, and maybe if he hears this episode one day, if he's listening, which would be
True.
weird.
It's a little weird.
A little weird he got into podcasts at a certain
Yeah.
age. But if he ever gets into that point and listens to this episode, and he'll probably know eventually by this point in time, if he ever does listen to it,
Mhm.
that I have his original ultrasound, which I had copies of. I had like one that we like have, gotten to Captain Sam had in her car, but then I had one that I had signed by them, and that's in our safe. So
Are you shitting me?
oh yeah,
That's
I was
so cool.
yeah.
The
Well, here's
Warp Tour
thing.
autograph.
I
Warp Tour
knew-
ultrasound.
I
Never
knew
heard
that
before.
like meeting them was going to be a big thing, and there's like a lot of so DGD has like one artist that does all of their album art for the last 15 years. His name's Matthias Adolfsson. Look up his portfolio. Super
Okay.
really neat abstract art. And he had a whole like portfolio posted on the internet where you could buy prints. So I bought a few prints and then had them printed on this big printer at my work. It's like a laser printer thing, like giant,
cool.
huge, massive thing called a Colex. And
really, really cool.
I did a favor for a guy. He did a favor for me. I brought some frames. He put them inside the frames for me, and then I gave him a case of Busch Light, and said Merry Christmas. And then I gave those to Sam. So it's all over our house too. Like like the
Okay.
art's there. There's a signed poster.
So this isn't just like a one-off band. When you're seeing them
Yeah,
at
this
Warp
is like
Tour,
my
you're
favorite
like,
fucking.
it's
No,
like
like, this
the-
is
the
like seeing
greatest
them then
thing.
was like how I got introduced to that band. But like ever since then, I've been to many shows, many times. And done many things, and there's like a signed poster like from the same tour too, so like he's gonna be seeing this stuff around, and he's gonna hear the music because I'm not gonna stop listening to it. Here's a fun thing. We were talking about having opinions that we've definitely changed and been more open to the WNL community, LGBT
adjusted,
community, exactly
switched.
right.
Yep.
But we also have probably opinions we've never changed since we were like children. And that's what I was going to say is like, screamy guy music for me, like never going to change. Still always going to like that shit. Like I've liked it since I was 15. I like it now when I'm 30. I like the new stuff. I like the old stuff.
Yeah. A little fun fact about your co-participant in the pod, Eski over here.
Yes, sir.
I took the Big 5 personality traits test a couple years ago. I paid like $50 for it, and I got submitted to. It's like a new. People talk about like INFP, like that used to be I think that's the Myers-Briggs personality test.
Yeah.
And Big 5 is something that is trying to get validated as like a newer way of observing personality.
I believe
Anyway,
I've heard of it before.
one of the things that they measure is openness to experience, and then there's also 4 other ones that I can't think of. I am in the 99th percentile to openness. So I am, out of 100 people, I am most likely to be open to either experience or ideas or new things, which has benefited me a lot. I'm not going to bloviate too much on this. Music
stuff.
has been one thing. Maybe I'll try anything 3 times with you. All right. The music side of my openness has actually been really interesting because there are certain kinds of music that I can't stand. One of them is stadium country. Even when I'm like shit faced at a
I
concert.
get it. I won't go to them. I won't.
Okay.
I've been to
And
one. I won't go.
second to that is certain segments of the Screamy Boy band music. So I can deal with
Now, what are those?
Pierce the
segments?
Veil, some of them, but for whatever reason, like the pig squealing. I can't
Oh,
think
okay.
of
So
any-
you're talking like the super chug heavy stuff, like deathcore, like the absolute blackest stuff ever.
But I like Meshuggah. Meshuggah's
well,
really
that's because
cool.
Meshuggah is math. It's math rock essentially. Like it's
So it's intelligent.
bleed is you've heard that drum. It's like the the rudiments you need to have to be able to play Meshuggah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that doesn't just apply to like playing the drum. Well, okay, the drums on Meshuggah are insane. I know you know.
Yeah,
that
they're
as a
crazy.
drummer.
Yeah,
he's
it's
insane.
groovy as
He's
hell. Yeah,
he's
he's really,
so
really
good. He's so good.
But then
so
also
you need groovy stuff then, right?
kind of. But
Yeah.
I also liked.
You just
there
don't
was
want like. You don't want
when
your cookie
you-
cutter 4x4 like constant double bass. Like that's not you. Like that's not what you want.
There's
don't want the
there's a
chugs.
song. There's a song called. It's by Pierce the Veil. Please hold me to the river, left.
Oh, is that King for a Day? Yeah.
A King for a Day. That's a
Yeah.
great song. I really enjoy that. But like
Okay,
almost
that's
every
good
other thing by
songwriting,
Pierce the
though.
Veil is like, it's just,
Oh,
it
no.
doesn't.
What?
There's nothing for me to like.
Hold on till
yeah.
May? Are you kidding me?
I've only listened to like 10 songs by them. I really gave them a good chance, and like I only have so much time in the day to like explore new music. So this could be something that I'd be convinced.
No, we have to.
like,
No, what? No,
Yeah.
we're. I mean, we could do it right
Listen,
now
you gotta give
theoretically,
me-
but with DMCA.
you got to give me your best. You got to give me your best Pierce the Veil hits. But and so then what's the
I'm just.
You never
offended.
said goodbye. You did a cover of it for the
Asking
the-
Alexandria.
Asking Alexandria. That's another
Yeah.
band that's like, okay, they're pretty.
Wait, did
rockin'.
you just
I enjoy that
reference
stuff.
Fraufest? Ugh.
I did.
Should we
That
pull
was-
that up? Because that exists still, you know.
You know that you were my introduction to that genre, right? Like you don't.
I
you don't
mean,
even
I
remember
guess I was theoretically that person for a lot of people,
Yeah.
technically.
that. Yeah, because I'd never.
Well,
I
I
mean,
was
my
that
ex-girlfriend
kid
in high
around
school-
you though. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I was the theater kid who was in the band who doing that thing. Like, okay, so let's talk about that. You know what? We're gonna pull it up. Fucking we ball.
Okay.
I'm not even a little offended by this idea. Because I
Okay.
do have I have them saved.
Wait,
Like,
do you have the video of that performance?
you don't know that the high school still has the YouTube videos? We're streaming it. We're streaming it right now. It's done.
Okay, all right, we're gonna watch it.
The question is, which band do you want to see first? The Paramore cover band or our actual band?
Wait, okay. I need you to. I'm gonna write here. I don't know how long the recording has been, but I need you to bleep this out.
Okay.
Bleep.
Yeah, I got it.
So Charles, he had a band with Ziegler. I don't think it was Triple P at that point, but maybe this was a year after you were gone. Does Ziegler and Charles sound right? He was a tall, skinny black dude.
I don't think we have to censor any of this first off so far.
Okay.
You haven't said
All
anything that would identify people too much. Yeah, no, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
And they had their
Eyeballs
own
and-
band.
It was Eyeballs and Pyramids, Charles, and then
Eyeballs and Pyramids.
Well, that was theirs. That was him and some other people. And then Ziegler was in a
So-
different couple bands, but then they did make Triple P eventually. And Triple
And
shout
Triple P
out,
was-
dude! Shout out to my boy OG, by the way. He's
Yeah,
still
true.
doing. Have you not
OG
seen it? No, Otis is still rapping, dude. He's doing like really cool shit.
He's going crazy.
You
And
honestly should
then
wreck some
also
of his shit.
Cole. I'm not gonna say his last name.
Yes.
He released an EP a couple.
Oh,
months
it's
ago,
good.
actually.
I know.
It was
I know.
actually. It was
It's
like
so good.
stepping into like Linkin Park is what it felt like a little bit. Like the first song on that EP was actually like really really cool.
Yo,
to hear
shout out
coming
to
from somebody.
Hybrid Theory, by the way.
Yeah.
'Cause that shit
Yeah.
fucking rules.
Yeah, it's slaps.
Ethnogenesis was Ziegler's band, if you remember that, back in that year.
I wasn't cool enough. I wasn't invited. I didn't get to see it. Eyeballs and
Did you
Pyramids.
Did you not go to Fraufest in 2011?
I wasn't allowed to.
Your parents.
The only
didn't let
reason I
you?
saw it is because I was just I had bad grades, and so my parents didn't want to let me do extracurricular shit. I was already like
I'm so
b-
disappointed
breaking their
in
wishes by
you.
doing winter drumline. Oh, I was a terrible fucking student. School sucked. The only thing that was fun about school was like all the stuff I got to do outside of school. But like, you want me to? Do
No, I mean I
homework
can
and
justify
learn
that
stuff?
because I'm looking at these videos and I'm like, damn, 617 views.
over 15 years or whatever, right?
You
12
want to?
years.
Yeah, you want to see this shit because we can bang it.
Yeah, pull
it's
it up.
not even. It's not even a joke anymore. It's a reality.
Let's see
Okay,
it.
so for those who don't know,
Yeah, we've
I-
like not explained context at all.
we had to explain this
just
like
geeked the fuck out
really
for like 10
well.
minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so Eski and I were in theater together in high school. We were theater kids, believe it or not. Crazy.
Yeah,
as that
very.
fucking
We were in
seems.
theater together.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
it's-
We were. Shut up, dude. All right.
we support the transgender community because we were integrated
yeah,
into
the
it at an
W
early
community.
age.
We support the W community. Okay, so
W homophobia.
So
yes.
back in the day,
Joke.
when I was a class of 2011 kid, so that puts me in 2009 and 10 and 11, particularly. Being in metalcore bands. What's metalcore, you guys ask? It's a lot of chugga chuggas, it's a lot of screaming, and it's a lot of singing too.
And
Like, it's like-
introductory techno, by the way, like synth.
Oh,
and like getting
yeah. So that was my generation shit. Like they definitely do like programming and things now, but my generation shit was like using a guy who had a Casio or a
or
micro
who knew
cord.
how to like use FL
or-
Studio to make a couple wubs to like throw in the breakdown.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we actually had we have Chris, if you remember Chris.
Mhm.
And Chris we literally all like chipped in to help him get the micro cord. So because it was like an absolute classic of like
Classic, dude.
You got to understand, like, it was a big thing to go to like see these bands play who had keyboard players, and they would have like a small keyboard, like a big keyboard, and they'd have a smaller one up top. So they could be doing
Tiny
two
one up top,
things,
yeah.
right? And like we had money, you know, we were kids,
Yeah.
we had jobs, we could afford it, so we helped chip in, and we all, I think we all helped chip in. But we were once a band called Calamity, and we had it was spelled Kalamiti. It had an upside down exclamation point and an exclamation point at the upside down on the front. Yeah, right. That was our name. And then
Teenage edgy angst.
and then we
just on
dropped
full
one
display.
guy, and we started another band as a new like formation of people, right? And that was The Artificial, and that is what we are about to watch.
Okay. And Fraufest is
Fraufest was not is was. It's
Was.
dead. It
Dead
died.
now.
Yeah,
It
I know.
died
Isn't that
with-
sad?
It died with Calamity /
No, like this is like okay. It sounds dumb, but like
Just explain it. Hang
no,
on.
it did go on for a couple years after, and there was actually an episode of MTV's made in 2013 during it. Julia Carney.
Wait.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, core
She
memory
was
just
on-
unlocked. Yes, 2012. She was on Made
Why did I think that somebody from my school was on Teen Pregnancy, not Made?
because that was it was 16 and Pregnant was a huge craze at the time. It was
Okay.
insane.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, so what you are
Okay.
about to see is archived footage from 2011 where we closed and we would say called headlined back in the day. This shit is it's something. But basically, yeah, I was guitar player, and then I was not guitar player, I was bass player. Yeah, dude. That's right, we used a sample, brother.
Oh my god, dude.
This is
I have,
also
like,
like right around the dawn of the iPhone.
Yeah, really. When like capturing video on your iPhone, you could like start recording stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's loud like a concert. I have to turn it down actually so we can hear each other better.
Let's go.
And there is me.
Look at Steve. Wait, pause.
W.
Did you have T Rome as a part of one of your bands?
No, we never did ever have Tommy. Shout out to Tommy, dude. Also, isn't he sponsored by fucking Zildjian now?
Yeah, he's a percussion. Well, I mean,
No,
I
he's
think
like getting like individual.
he's got his own
sponsorships, though.
sticks.
Yeah.
He's got his own sticks now.
Yeah, shout
he's
out.
like
That's like the goat move.
Yeah, he's a big shot in the percussion zone.
Oh, so you use the word because you're in the percussion zone, so I can't speak. to
Dude,
it.
Okay. This is like a topic for when we got nothing else and you just want to hear me talk for like 45 minutes. Went to percussion and DCI is the craziest shit you've ever seen. Anyway, I swear to God that I remember you guys like rehearsing together. Like he was playing drums for you at one point. and then-
I think Tommy like goofed on a couple sits with us, but it was always Danny. Really, it was always
wait.
Danny Rivers.
No, never mind. I'm thinking a different. Okay. Anyway, let's
You're
back to this scheduled programming of
Yeah, so back to the
nostalgia.
cringe. So we're about to
Yeah.
hit a breakdown. So this is what
Okay.
this is fundamentally. If you'd like to look, top left there, we have the double keyboard you can see. The mini
Yeah, I see
microcorg
it.
and the regular one.
Stacked
That's
on
Chris
top
in the
of each
back.
other.
We got the D-Man up the front playing guitar. Now, I want you to notice this. He's wearing black cargo shorts, a white t-shirt with the V-neck white t-shirt, okay? And a black vest.
Vest on
Yep,
top.
just
He
top of
he
it.
was
That's it.
So hot. He got laid so
Danny
many
doing the
times after this
classic
concert.
backward cap jeans, wearing the Fraufest red shirt from that year. Swims doing his thing in the two-tone gray Henley 3/4 sleeve baseball shirt, right? Black sleeves, gray center. Important highlights of the outfit, okay? The cutoff jeans that are go
True.
right past the knees, like
Yes.
just past the knees,
Yes.
okay? So
Yeah.
almost like
You
to
gotta show the
actually
calves
being
off.
on the knee. Right, gotta show
Yeah.
just the calves off.
Yeah.
He has a brown belt on with the black skinny jeans and the cutoffs. They're clearly frayed and ripped, but he also has the carabiner, the all-important carabiner. What's on the carabiner? You cannot tell. Doesn't matter if it's keys or a backstage pass to something we
Yeah.
did before or whatever,
Yeah.
because we definitely did do that at one point where we
Yeah.
had like other things we had played and like passes we had been given, and we would put those on like a clip we would do when we played and stuff. And it's just like, damn, people thought we were hard for that. Like actually,
Yeah,
a little
true.
bit.
You were hard
and then
for that,
and
actually.
then me, this like weird off-white gray tank top with like black lines. Tank top, right?
Mhm.
Right. That was
Tank
very
top.
important. The tank top was huge
Showing
during the
off the
metal.
muscles.
Right,
yeah.
right, and none. And then black skinny jeans and black Toms.
Yes.
Toms were an integral classic
Toms
of at
was
least
it.
two of us. I believe Jake and I
True.
were both wearing Toms. I think Derek was wearing Vans. You get the idea. Let us
You were
resume.
supporting Africa back in the day.
Yeah,
with
we're actually giving the
Toms.
audio listener a good experience for once.
True.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh, also very important. Background you're gonna see here, just the three working lights of the theater. There's like one on the right
Shit.
side.
Was this
Holy
fucking
shit.
tech
Can you
department,
talk and
dude?
speak on my behalf, even though I was the light and sound head, and just say how few fucking lights were working in 2011, and then when you guys came back 2012, you had so many fucking lights, you dickheads.
I don't know how like that place didn't burn down on a daily basis from all the crossed wires and voltage that was out of
Me!
whack.
It
And
was me!
yeah.
I was the
Yeah,
one changing the bulbs, Nathan! I was the reason why it wasn't burning down! Me! Then I graduated and they fixed it all!
And then they fixed it as
They
you were
fixed
gone.
all of it! What the fuck is that?
And then our drama department was actually there the whole time just to become a principal, and he actually didn't.
Oh my
walk
god,
away.
bro, spit bars. I love how anyone who actually knows what's going on with that, like, knows how true that statement
They are
is. too.
spamming W so hard in the chat.
God,
right
thank you for
now.
saying it. I've said that, and people have been like, "Oh, really?" And I'm just like, "How do you not know this?"
He threw in the towel. He threw in the and he got walked over by everyone. I mean, the dude had a stamp for his hall passes, and so I would just steal his hall pass sheet and stamp him a bunch so that I could just show up to whatever class
Absolute
I wanted to
W.
whenever. Yes,
All right,
W's.
but the one thing that
Let's
did
get to-
benefit me by this point was that I got to. We did something at the end of the set because this is a 31-minute set. We're not going to rock the whole thing unless you want to.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Love you.
The headbanging dude, the squat jumping. It's so good. All right, fun mini game. There's a couple times here where we're playing and stuff, and like up on these like jump boxes or whatever, and the mic gets kicked out for the screamer.
This crowd is going so mild, by the way.
I mean, it was the school. They couldn't go as hard as they normally would for us, but they did do some cool shit.
This is crazy. I think we get the idea.
Isn't it
I love
sick?
you. It's wild that this managed to get put together in a high school. I can't believe that.
2010 and 11 were a different period of time, my brother in Christ.
True.
Like that's
Yeah,
the
what it-
reality of it all.
we
It
had
was a very
Point Fest-
different thing.
Point Fest and Warp Tour, and what else in like those 3 years? There were like 3 major festivals at the.
Well, Point Fest started getting mid right around that time.
I know.
What
but it
is
was
Point
still,
Fest for all of our non-St.
I
Louis
don't know.
listeners?
Point
Fest is-
105.7.
Yeah,
The Point
yeah.
was
the
the
radio
alternative
station
radio station
is the alternative
for the
radio
Metro St.
station.
Louis. I think it's still a thing. I guess
It is.
it is.
It is.
And so Point Fest was their hosted festival that went 2 days. It was on a weekend,
Yes.
3 days, and they had like 30 or 40 bands.
Mhm.
And it was a good ass time. Supposedly, I never got to go because I was sheltered.
Until there was a point in time, around 2010 or so, where they started just getting the same bands over and over and over again. And it got really repetitive. And it
Didn't
kind
ask-
of sucked dick.
Didn't Asking Alexandria? No, it's not them. Didn't Breaking Benjamin get their break at Point Fest,
No, they were around.
or were they
for-
touring somewhere else?
First off, I distinctly remember there was a movie. I've talked this in the pod before, so now I have to do the fucking work, and I hate that I have to do this now.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry. Boo-hoo.
So there was a movie on ABC Family that had Breaking Benjamin's breakdown as its like preview thing. ABC Family.
I'm gonna find it first.
Ooh. Breaking Benjamin.
in a commercial for the ABC Family movie.
Wait, what? Breaking Benjamin played in National Treasure? That's crazy.
Wait, what? The Hollow, the track "Forget It" was featured on an episode of the TV show Smallville. During a scene in the movie American Pie Presents Bandcamp, the track "Firefly" is featured on the video game WWE WrestleMania. Wait, I've got the whole what is this
Breakdown.
website?
Breaking
Shavbuster?
Nah, dude, you're just wrong. I guarantee. I know what I'm talking about. It's the song Breakdown.
Okay.
There's a movie that it was literally a preview for on ABC Family. It was a Halloween themed movie.
Yeah, The Hollow.
Is it The Hollow?
The Hollow, yeah. You don't remember The Hollow? Come
Probably
on.
not.
We can look up the trailer right now.
Is that HALLOW or HO?
HOLLOW. Does anyone who saw this movie remember the song they advertised with the movie on ABC Family? They had a band singing. Yeah, Breakdown by Breaking Benjamin.
Can you have the trailer link? Because I cannot find it.
I don't have the link. I just have a bunch of people talking about it.
That's
Let's see,
insane.
ABC.
See,
Huh?
I knew I wasn't wrong
No, you're not. You're absolutely onto something.
because it has the piano thing and it's like all like spooky Halloween. It's like
The Hollow trailer. No. The Hollow.
It's the ad that we want. It's the TV ad. It's the
Preview's been
ABC
approved for all
Family
audience.
television ad. Either way, that was when I first heard of Breaking Benjamin.
Hang on. 2 seconds.
Also, Diary
Entertain
of
the
Jane.
audience.
Diary
Yeah,
of
Diary
Jane
of
would
Jane's
be
great.
the argument I would say is like when they got their big break. Something getting in the way. Something just bound to break. I hate butt rock, dude. Can we talk about that? Let's talk
Yeah.
about that. I fucking hate music aversions, right? We were talking about that a little bit ago.
Yeah. 'cause,
I
there's
hate-
some bands that I hate and
I
can't even
hate Nickelback. I hate.
Oh, such an original, brave opinion. I'm so proud of you.
I hate Hinder.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. There was Lips of an Angel, right?
Yeah.
Said you wanted a scare,
Who
right?
was
Well, I'm gonna give you.
Hold up, I gotta pull this up on the stream. We gotta stream
it's like 45 seconds in.
We gotta stream the Hollow trailer.
The Hollow from 2000 and
You know, the hit hood
whatever.
classic, the Hollow.
This is a certified St. Charles Hood classic.
You said it on 40 seconds?
Yeah, about there. 40, 45.
We'll go 35 seconds. All right, here we go.
It's not funny, Scott.
It's just real.
It's real.
Yo, this shit real, son.
This Halloween.
That is real.
Heads
Is that it?
Talking about?
No.
will.
Keep playing. Hang on.
Nick Carter.
What is this movie? Haley Cuoco? Wait, no.
Insiders.
I don't know who that guy is.
Lives.
That is not it.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that every person that talked about it.
This is just the trailer, my brother in Christ. It was a TV ad spot. ABC Family. TV ad spot.
The Hollow TV movie, 2004. No.
I don't know, brother. We're not gonna find it right now. I think
Yeah,
it's,
we gotta-
it's one to chalk up for the idea board and find for later to share.
True.
But no, I distinctly remember, and it might have been for that movie because it was definitely a Halloween like themed movie, maybe with the Headless Horseman. But it was just like a short little ad thing about this movie coming out, and then it was in that movie too. And I was like,
Let me.
"Alright."
We'll close that for a moment. We'll come back next week once we found it. You said that Nickelback sucks, which I think is so brave of you because I've never heard that opinion before.
Shut up! You said that the first
I-
time. It wasn't even funny then.
I think Papa Roach is dog shit. I think that they are so overrated, and I am gonna stand
Yeah,
on my toes.
I think there's a
and
few good
stomp on
songs
them.
they wrote.
Yeah.
Like I think Last Resort's a fine song. I think like Lifeline is a pretty good pop song actually. Which something we were kind of alluding to earlier is that like you don't like certain things, but like poppy songs, like you're probably like, oh yeah, I actually really enjoy this.
Yeah, because they're not going to be something that I naturally am driven to. But if it's like accessible, then that's fine. But the like
Exactly.
really nuanced version of it, I'm not into. But there's also some poppy stuff that I can't fucking stand. So like any like angsty, I'm divorced and I'm gonna break it all down. Like all of the alternative rock stuff that's out right now just makes me want to because it's so like contrived and it doesn't feel like it has a soul. So that's why I don't like stadium country too. But the reason I didn't like the other like screamo stuff or name 60 different genres that I can't delineate is just because I just don't relate to it. That having someone scream and then sing pretty, it's cool, I guess. But
Oh,
I
you think Screamo Guy ruin it? What if Screamo Guy says lyrics that are like slam poetry? That are like really cool and like fun.
Listen, if they had a saxophone in
Riding
there-
a rhino, Pico de Gallo. Like, okay, like that's what I want you to understand. Like there is
Like, the
Screamo Guy
Used-
doing his thing, but he's like
the
doing
Used- The Used is a great example, I
Okay.
think, of someone that's like really, really accessible, but also like a little bit more edgy that I appreciate.
you think Burt McCracken is an accessible human being?
The band itself and the stuff from the Used, besides like the Transformers one, like the rest of the stuff, you know what I'm talking about. with-
Yeah, The Used is a great band. What do you
yeah,
mean?
it's great.
Yeah, like,
I'm
that's-
saying that I appreciate that band, but I think that's on like the edge of like that's more poppy than like
Have you
I don't
heard the
know.
song "All That I Got"? Yeah, that song's it's just a pop song.
Listen, you and I are gonna have an off stream. You're gonna learn me. You're gonna learn me about what's good and what's bad about. Because I'm naming all the.
We're
like,
gonna do this like literally after we're gonna wrap the episode up like now basically, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna just turn a few videos
yeah,
on.
we have
real quick.
like 60 topics that we didn't get to, and we'll touch on them next week.
We
but
always can. That's the beauty of the pod is that there's just more
true.
time for it. You
Go
know?
to it next time.
Is there any other? You know, here, let's get another one in. You got a topic you want to like throw in there real quick? We can just squeeze in. We can do
Yeah.
it its
Let me
time. We can do it due
let me-
diligence.
let me massage it in.
Yeah, you can masseuse it.
What did I have here? Okay, we'll end on a good note.
Yes, sir.
There's a video referencing a Twitter thread talking about beef stroganoff. Loud buzzer sound.
What?
And it's a new meme format that hasn't caught on yet, and I am predicting. Get your investments in now, boys. That
the
the
beef stroganoff stock.
yeah, she's beefing on my stroganoff.
Oh yeah.
She's stroganoff till we got beef. That format where you're like riffing off of like a couple of words that describe something else, I think that has a lot of potential. So I actually did include in here another one, which is it's a Passover item at your local grocery store from a company called GEFEN, and they are keto nut crumbs. And so I was thinking that you could take the she's beefing with my stroganoff format and you could replace that with she's geffing on my crumbs till I nut. And you could find a way to use Geffen nut crumbs, maybe seasoned as well. You could formulate different words with that. So I wanted to know what your favorite riff.
She be
to
struggling my
describe-
beef off. Yeah.
yeah. On the Geffen nut crumbs. Like how do you think that could be phrased better?
Wait, you said the,
Off the
no
dome.
crumbs? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, nut crumbs.
Oh, the
I
nut
s-
crumbs.
I shared it in the ideas channel.
Yeah, the Geffen nut crumbs. She be
Yeah.
Geffen till my nut crumbs. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
good one.
yeah. No, that's no. My crumbs be Geffen when she nut.
Nah,
No.
I don't know.
She's seasoning my crumbs till they Geffen nut.
This is literally nonsense. But I do have something I would like to point out that
Okay.
I think well, you know, I don't know. Let me look at the Geffen nut crumbs again. Ooh.
Let's think about it.
She keep her diet be keto when she Geffen on my nut crumbs.
No, you gotta
No,
change
hang on,
the order.
hang on. No, she stay Geffen keto when she be crumbing on my nut.
Seasoning Geffen my nut crumbs. Keto.
What?
Ding 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 ding. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know your favorite favorite arrangement of the
The
words.
Geffen keto nut
Geffen
crumbs.
keto nut crumbs.
I'll probably
in
be
the
putting it
comments
in the
down below.
thumbnail. I mean,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah. She Geffen on my crumbs till I nut, I think is the winner.
yeah.
It doesn't have to include all of them. I think it's pretty good.
She Geffen with my crumbs till I nut's a pretty good one.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I thought we could like go through. We could make this a recurring theme where we take a food image and we try to listen. You gotta try.
Actually, it's a good idea. I think actually.
You take a picture and then you try to make it work for each one.
Okay,
But you can't.
I'm
you
open
can't
to
like.
the idea.
We got to do it live. We can't think about it in advance.
Fuck it, we ball. Yeah. We can find a weird
Okay.
food package and then try to make a funny joke out of it. I guess.
She struggled me off, but we got beef.
Ding, 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 nah, dude, we ain't got beef when she be stroking me off. That's more
Oh,
like
where's
it.
your soundboard? Where's your soundboard with like the oh?
No, we're not using it right now. We got a few of those. I think I got a few programmed, but I don't think they're active right now.
Boom.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the sound drivers were fucked, and I checked them before the recording, and they're good now. But I don't know that the ones for the soundboard.
Don't worry about it. This is listen.
That's all I'm
you got
saying.
me.
And Jamie's
weeks
off
in
the
a row.
clock because he's a
Yeah,
fucking
true.
piece of shit, and he's on union fucking break.
Yeah.
Go
he's
figure.
taking
Had a
his-
kid.
taking his state mandated vacation time.
FMLA or
piece of
some dumb shit. Jesus Christ.
motherfucker.
Yeah, no. Here's what I wanted to hit you with. Did you see that meme I posted after the not the pasta in a blender one, but the
I
one
was
where
gonna
it's
say-
dude, this is the greatest idea we've ever had, and I think this is a great thought to leave us all on. So we are a friend of the Benjamin here. I've hit mine quite a few times, and I hit it again real quick for this
Mhm.
idea.
Mm-hmm. If you're ever sad,
Just remember that the world is 4.543 billion years old, and you somehow managed to exist at the same time as the pen.
the pen.
The
pen, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought of the claw from Toy Story.
The
Instantly, the aliens. The pen.
pen.
Instantly, my first thought when I
Dude,
read it that way.
They're like reaching up towards
Yes,
it, and you could
yes.
have like
The
one like
pen.
you can have it like animated in to like be raising down to them.
That would be good if I was good at After Effects and all that other shit, but I don't have that.
Mhm.
Nor does Jamie because he's on union
True.
break. Oh.
Shout outs to the pen sponsor
Shout out
of
to
this
Joan
life.
Rogan and Jamie.
Yeah, true.
Isn't it crazy that we have the same producer? Who managed that one?
Yeah, I
Who
don't
did
know
that connect.
who's fucking doing this.
I don't know,
this
dude. You know
thing.
what I do know what's doing? Sam be making dinner, and she got like chicken stir fries she's trying to make over there
Oh
now,
my
and I'm
God,
like
dude.
super excited. Do you guys want to
Oh,
walk?
I have a stovetop wok that
what I'm
is
talking about,
cast
baby.
iron ish.
Okay,
So it's got like little divots and it's got like a
Yeah.
flat bottom to sit
Yeah.
on your stovetop.
yeah.
So you kind of get the wok feel, but
It's called wok.
feel like-
It's the wok.
feel like-
It's the breath of the wok.
it's a wok.
No, wok. What do you mean? This is a
So-
real thing. This is
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
was-
So you see where you translate into knowing about the W and L community because you're interested in black people. Yet again, you fucking weirdo.
True. Yes.
Yeah, I think
it's-
I think your wife and you need to have a talk about some
Okay.
of your needs. I guess I don't know.
Hang on a second. Don't be giving me ideas on the air. All right. I
All right,
want to
anyway.
consider them. I don't consent to these ideas.
all
that
right. So I know a lot about Eastern cultures just because I think they're very interesting.
you-
Like Chinese lore is fucking sick, you know. Like the story of like Wukong and like all those things, Journey to the West, all that stuff is like really interesting. And then so is like Eastern philosophy and stuff like Kaizen, which is the constant cycle of self improvement out of Japan, which is also
Nice.
why Toyota is fucking a great business, basically.
Toyota.
Yeah. So also I've been looking into getting a key truck. You know what a key truck is?
Is that one of those really tiny like?
Yeah,
flatbeds
man. They're like not
That's
expensive.
like a one passenger.
They're only like they're like
$1,000 or something.
yeah, but then you like ship it in, it's like maybe 5-6 grand only. It's like the
Key
same thing as
truck.
yeah, dude. We could get a couple key trucks together.
True.
You can
we
get,
could
like,
put our keys.
We could get
Put
several.
our key trucks together.
We could get several.
we-
We could get a discount by porting them all in together at the same time.
Oh my god. I'm totally down. I think that truck
Yeah,
will make my life so much the same.
yeah. It's neat though, isn't it? It's
It is-
huge,
it's-
man.
It's very neat. I
It's
like
very
it a lot.
cute.
What you need is like you need like a slammed key truck, right? Like I do with like a Honda Civic. You need to have like
I'm just gonna
pinstripe
black it all
flames on
out,
it
dude.
and
Black it all
It's-
out. Put like a red racing stripe down the side. Call it a
have
day.
like PHONK music. Bow, 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 bow. Like you're changing like
I'm only playing
animation
Japanese
edits
city
to it.
pop.
that's based. Wait,
That's
you know
what I would
about
do.
funk, right? You've heard
Yeah.
the rise of
Yeah,
funk.
yeah.
It's like
course.
every 13-year-old's favorite. I don't know how you listen to it for more than like 30 seconds in a meme. Makes me want to blow my brains out because it's the same thing, but it's neat.
I still
interesting.
can't believe that ska is a genre.
How are you gonna disrespect the fedora like that, man? Come on, they're just blending genres together, okay? It has horns and guitars.
Yo, did you see the Peppa Pig clip I posted actually?
No, there were so
All
many
right.
posts
Hang on.
and ideas.
This is the last thing we're gonna end on because this is actually so fucking based, and I cannot believe
Based.
Yes, I got it. I'm pulling it up
Okay.
for the stream.
Based alert.
Based, red pill, based. And
www.
then we'll talk music shortly on offline after that.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay. All right. So this is a clip of Ray, formerly of what's it called? Red vs. Blue at one point. Rooster Teeth. But he's like gonna go gone for long departed from them. And he was playing or watching Peppa Pig. I don't know if it's playing a Peppa Pig game or something.
It's a game. It's a game that you can play.
So this
it's
so from the start you see it's just 1 second in. Okay.
come on, Your Majesty.
Yeah, it's just Peppa Pig and a Peppa Pig's friend looks like it'll be a little mouse or something.
Jump in the puddles with
They're
us,
in
Your
puddles.
Majesty.
So let's do it. Here we go. This is gonna end the pod.
There's no shot. Oh, she's got the boots off. Yeah!
The queen is
Yeah!
jumping in puddles.
So the queen,
When everyone starts jumping in, the whole family.
yeah, the queen of
They
England.
zoom out. The Queen of England.
Yeah.
Is this what goes on in London? Now I see why Tina wants to go back.
Jolly good time.
I thought it was just gonna keep zooming
Yeah,
out.
everyone's
People were
jumping in
gonna start
puddles
jumping.
in front of the palace. Very cool. Very pog. Very champ.
All right, that was London. Did you guys enjoy?
What the fuck? Oh!
So what Ray is reacting to, what we're reacting to, is it says H.M. Queen Elizabeth II, 1926 to 2022, in memoriam.
In memoriam. I
They have her
just don't
covered
even-
in mud.
jumping in mud puddles with Peppa Pig.
Peppa
I
Pig
don't
is
like-
fucking based, dude.
like British people. Just
So good, dude. All right, well, that we're gonna end up another episode, but before we go, Eski, what is the episode number?
I think it's episode number 52.
55. Get fucked, idiot. You're stupid as shit.
I'm gonna get on one of these days.
Goodbye, everyone. See you
See ya.
later.
Peace out.
Don't
Bye,
forget
bye,
to like,
bye,
comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check us out on all the platforms. 110 Pod for Twitter and TikTok and all that stuff. Goodbye, everyone. See you.